What's up? I just wanted to do this quick video, more specifically for my LinkedIn connections, because I know that you guys are probably like, where are you? You disappeared. LinkedIn decided that they were going to restrict my account after I posted that I felt that they did Trump dirty, right? They hate hearing black people have anything positive to say about Trump. They hate hearing black people actually being favorable towards Trump, right? Because right now they're losing their black people, right? So obviously, LinkedIn, which is a Microsoft company, which is to me global elitist, on steroids, basically, decided that, we can't have this black woman talking the way that she's talking, right? She sounds too intelligent. Her narrative, she's crushing every single narrative that we like to project, right? Because they don't make any freaking sense, right? So I said, I'm not a Trump loyalist, but they did Trump dirty. And boom, everything, all my LinkedIn shit from phones and everything just got restricted. And they're like, we need your ID. Why the fuck you need my ID, LinkedIn, so that your beta people can stalk me? Or maybe the FBI can validate that I'm a real ass person talking some real ass shit right now. So I had a couple of people like reach out to me and they're like, oh, I miss you on LinkedIn. It's not the same without you. And it's just like, you know what, let me just drop this video and just kind of let you guys know that I miss you too. You can still follow me on Substack, Angie Card on Substack. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Angie C313 on Twitter, because I'm laying down the fire in that beta zone too, because we got to get people straight with the truth, and sometimes you got to hurt a couple of feelings to kind of shock people into reality. So that's what we doing over here, for real. Like, I mean, anybody that follow me, like, you already know it's gonna be the truth, and we gonna talk about some real pragmatic shit that really help us to work out what is going on around us. And that is my mission. Is I don't care too much about what it has happened to somebody. I want people to kind of think about what is happening to you. Okay. And, a lot of this is psychological manipulation. A lot of this is capitalizing on people's insecurities and their emotions. I had a conversation with some feminists today, back and forth. They're just all irrational. Feminists fought for your rights and they're fighting for you. And it's like, no, I'm fighting for me. I don't know what the hell you women are fighting for, because the feminist movement, if anything, just like civil rights, those rights have been fought for and won. What are you doing with them? What are you doing with them? I mean, you argue with a feminist just like you argue with an SAW, and they talking about all the shit in the past. In the past, we didn't have this. In the past, we didn't have that. And it's like, motherfucker, that was a long time ago. This is now. This is now. What are you doing with your rights? You cannot be a victim of somebody else's calamities forever. So it's just one of those things where people are addicted to emotional and emotionally irrational thinking, and it translates into how they politic, and it translates into how screwed up this country is becoming. We have to start addressing, that people are making decisions based off of unreconciled trauma, or they are making decisions based off of being able to have a crutch to not deal with the consequences of their decisions. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, they're basically moving towards ideas in which they don't have to be accountable for the consequences of their actions. I listen to a lot of these abortion people talk about abortion, and I've had an abortion, but I don't advocate for an abortion. And I've heard people say, well, you had one and you're trying to take that right from other people. And it's like, no, I had one, but I don't advocate for a bad decision. Okay, because I found that to be a bad decision that I made. I found that I didn't want to face the consequences of my bad decision, so I had an easy out, right? But I got smarter after that, and I decided, you know what? Psychologically, that is a burden to make a decision like that. And I think about my mom, who was the perfect candidate to have an abortion multiple times, but my ass is here. My ass is here. And she started having babies when she was 15. And I have two older sisters, so I was the 8 when she was 18. So I'm just saying that we live in a very unaccountable world. We live in an emotionally irrational world. We live in a world in which systems, organizations, agencies that we once trusted have been turned against us. And so I feel like we live in a modern day Nazi Germany. And it's amazing to me. It was so funny with the vaccine mandates. I was shocked that Germany was making their people do anything with their history. Everybody want to go back to history, but they don't have no problem repeating that shit at all. So we live in a really, really interesting world. Like I said, people are being censored. Reason is being censored. Rationality is being censored. And, to me, that is an indication that the demons are working overtime to make sure that they have as many people on that road to destruction as they possibly can. Because broad and spacious is the road to destruction. But narrow and cramped is the road to life, and very fewer people are on there. And I'm trying to be on the road to life, so I can't be on nobody's bandwagon of ignorance. But anyways, I wanted to do this video and just explain why I'm not on LinkedIn at the moment. But also to, encourage people. You know what? We are dealing with a lot of cyber warfare. We're dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare, and the best thing to do is just keep your prayers up, do what you need to do to safeguard yourself, and just preach God's word as much as you can. I mean, I think we have a lot of lost souls, but I think that if you can connect to one person and get them to see that you can kill yourself and you can hate yourself and you can fall into a depression trying to live up to the standards and the ideas of men. If you can do that and go through all this crazy stuff that you're going through, give God a try. Give God a try. I mean, because as many people make the argument that the Christian lifestyle is so hard and following Jesus is so hard, it's like, it can't be no harder than sitting there depressed, insecure, hating yourself, jumping on a bandwagon of struggles and issues because you have no value personally. I mean, a lot of people don't have a lot of personal and intellectual value to the market and to other people, and they don't know how to reconcile that. And I pray that people find some path. Study the Bible, figure out what's a good way, a productive way to live where you're not living up to systemic standards that are only going to lead you to your ruin. So have a good evening, everybody. Bye.